Good afternoon, everybody. I'm with Jordan Clark, Director of Football and Education for Dorking Wanderers. It's another monthly catch-up, Jordan. Wow, they've gone quick, innit, that month?
Mate, it's crazy. I feel like we're doing this all the time, Gal.
We are.
I feel like we're doing it every week.
Well, I just done it 5 minutes ago. Oh, right. Anyway, let's have a catch-up. So, as we've seen, players getting released this time of year from the first team. Good news for you guys, you've got 6 lads from the development system and they've been given squad numbers. So can you tell us a little bit more about that, please?
Yeah, well, everyone will see in the not too distant future, the names and stuff like that. It's part of the wider club sort of marketing campaign on the new signing. So I won't sort of say any names, but in terms of the development of these players, they've been first class. They've been part of our FA Youth Cup squad for the last couple of years. They've been in the system. They've worked tirelessly through the academy system, and they really deserve what they're getting. Nothing's given, everything's earned, and they've put themselves on the map and put themselves on Mark's radar, and Mark has taken to that, and he's factored them in to the size of his squad. He's factored them into his planning. We've been working really closely, me and him, over this closed season in terms of the right loan clubs for the players that need it. So the two I can mention are Dixie and George, who are part of the retention list, and they're staying with us for another year, and it will be a really big year for those two. They've had sort of a really stop-start year. The other players have had a lot more games because they were part of the academy and the youth system. And these two were first year out of their 18s, and we all had really high hopes for the sort of loans that we had set up for them at Chipstead, but that got cut short. So I'm really expecting big things from George and Dixie next year. And then the other 4, who are a goalkeeper, a centre half and 2 centre midfield players, the plan for some of them will be to stay within the development squad and train with the first team and learn their trade that way. And then at the right time we'll find them the right loan club. So yeah, it's been a really successful year going in what has been a really strange year. And we've lucky enough to be probably one of the only clubs. There are other clubs out there that have had a similar run, but that have actually had some success this year on the pitch. At that youth level, because youth football's not even really got going this year, and we were able to set a new achievement. Even by getting to the second round of the FA Youth Cup, we were able to set a new record, which is testimony to all the hard work of the players that are probably watching this now, and all the hard work behind the scenes with the club.
4, I know you've got the 2 already, but 4 players to get through to the first team squad. That's not a bad record for you and your staff to get players through.
Yeah, well, it's been a process. So we've had over the 6 years, we've had little bits here and there, but it's all sort of built up to this, and we're now really seeing Dorking Wanderers players. And I'm not saying anyone before wasn't, but what you're getting is a framework that's been developed over a number of years. Like anything that's worthwhile, it takes time, and the time and effort that's gone into it to now, we're now doing, when I first came here we were a Ryman South club. We're now loaning development players. So this is only 4 or 5 years ago that we were a Ryman South club, and we're now loaning development players to that level. When I was running the academy, then we had players that weren't even getting into that side then. So the leaps and bounds that we've come through over the last 4 or 5 years, not only on the pitch as a senior club, but off the pitch, we've got a professional development phase that is unrivaled, and not in terms of quality. There's other great teams out there, but it's unrivaled in terms of the synergy and the one club mentality and the way of working, and that in time again will make more Dorking Wanderers players. It will reap success everywhere. So that's part of the process, and these are the first sign of that process.
Jordan James, you're looking for them to kick on their career this season a little bit, are you?
Yeah. Well, they've the pandemic's not helped them, and I'm not giving them a get out of jail card in any way, shape or form, and I'm not trying to apply pressure next year, but we've got a lot of hopes for them, and it's all coming from the right place. So it's not pressure, it's they need to go and do what they need to do to be able to play in this team, and they need to go and make an impact. So I've got no doubt that both of them will have a huge impact wherever they end up, and that I think we'll be looking at future Dorking Wanderers players there without doubt in the next 12 months.
Have you been speaking to teams? Obviously, no teams have been playing football, and have you been talking to teams about loaning out the 6 guys?
Yeah, because as much as we've been put on the map, through like achievements and stuff like that, from that, what you get is the byproduct is people want to know how and want a piece, and they take notice, and we've built up relationships with people, at various different clubs, and we're making sure that we get the right club for the right player at the right time, and it's there's no formula that guarantees that, but we're speaking to clubs, and some clubs are saying the right things, and it's going to be a bit of player deciding as well as us, and just making sure that we get the right formula so that they can
the right
succeed.
fit,
the right fit. It's really important. Like anything,
100%.
They've got to go there and feel a part of it. Not feel like. So the plan will be for Dixie and George for a whole season to be somewhere and sort of put themselves on the map, like you said. Put themselves on the map.
Kick on, that's good then. Right, let's have a look chat about the ladies, the women. I see they're back playing and they had a good win on Saturday. They beat Orient Women Reserves 3-2 in the Capital Women's Cup, and now they play either AFC Acorns or Enfield Town. I'm not sure if it's a home or away, but that's great. They started again as they started last season.
Yeah, unbelievable. The ladies team have come back and really kicked on again, and they've been brilliant. Even in their Mole Valley days, last season before lockdown, the first lockdown, they had gone 25 game winning streak and were guaranteed to be in the promotion spots at that year. And then this year they picked up where they left off, great record, and as Dorking Wanderers ladies, they're putting us on the map on that front as well. So it's they came back on about 2-3 weeks ago now, and they played Maidstone. They went away to Maidstone and won 4-3.
Yeah, I see that.
They've then come here and played a National League reserve side, which is a big step up. Their 3 first teamers playing on Sunday.
Did they really?
Yeah, and the game was excellent, a proper spectacle, like really good quality. The Dorking Wanderers ladies played a 3-5-2. Really, they're really buying into the Dorking Wanderers DNA. Ball on the ground. It was, and it was a delight to see. And it was. I'm really looking forward to when all this is done, COVID and stuff like that, having as many fans down here for the ladies as possible and getting that support, because they're a great side, they're a great bunch. They really want to kick on. Cats, driving it, along with the rest of the club. And I think it's a little bit of a sleeping giant at the minute. I think within the club, and people know about it, but once they're able to see it, they'll really take notice. I think they'll really take notice.
So they're Mole Valley. They come over from Mole Valley to be underneath the Dorking Wanderers umbrella, really.
Yeah. So we struck a partnership with them during the first lockdown. It was something that we had discussed, and it was more about that football sort of development mentality where we could help them grow, and we wanted to impact women's football as well, because it's such a huge part of the game, and as a club we had a burning desire to grow that side of the game. And Mole Valley Girls are an establishment that have been unrivaled probably in a large amount of the southeast in terms of what they've done for women's football, and especially in Mole Valley. So why would we not tap into that and try and help and support them, as well as grow our own side of things? So there was Nick and the committee there at Mole Valley have been exceptional with us. They were very much on board with it and wanted to support that, that sort of professional aspect, that next level, as well as then us being able to go in at their sort of community-based development level and support them. So we're able to use our expertise, our full-time professional nature, to be able to help them and develop their coaches, their players and stuff like that. But then equally we provide a top table as such for the women's game in this area that allows them to go and play at the highest level possible. So the ladies have applied to go up. So like you've seen with the men's structure, Gal, we were talking about it earlier, that they're doing a restructure, and the same within the women's game.
Wow.
So we've applied to go up, and we're hopeful that will be accepted, and so we'll be in a new level next year, step 6, I believe, of the pyramid.
So how does that work with is it champion? The women's?
Yeah, so you have like the Women's Super League, and then you have like the Championship, and then it works its way down. So we're about 5 down.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 or 5 down. So yeah, it's going to be, there's a long way to go, but it's you know, if the men can do it, why can't the women?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
we've done,
without
within the last.
And where they're performing as well, you know, there's no reason why these women can't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we're really hopeful that they'll kick on. And Will down there, who's the manager, he's excellent. His attention to detail is excellent, and he's really bought into it. So we're really looking forward to the future with the women's team.
Yeah, it's good because I see they're looking to grow their squad for the 2021-22 season, so they're having a talent ID day on the 6th of May. Can you give us a little bit about that so people who are listening or watching?
So it'll be down here at Meadowbank, and the idea is obviously with the application to go up, we want to try and open the door to a quality of player, and for women and ladies to feel like they can come down here and try their arm at the team and football and see if they can come into the side and improve what we already got. So it's not a we're not trying to do anything like a trial and stuff like that. We're looking for a specific, type of level and type of talent. So if you're interested and you want to come down and get in contact with Ollie, myself, or anyone at the club, and go to the socials, then you'll see the details and come down, and hopefully you'll be able to see what we have on offer in terms of our ladies side of things, and go from there.
So what, they'll be playing games, will they? A bit of training or whatever?
Yeah, so I think the idea is more of like an assessment-based approach. So there'll be games, obviously, but we'll be assessing players and trying to, take a pick of what's there and see what can add to an already fantastic squad.
What age must they be to be playing for the women team?
It could be anything above 16.
So anyone above 16 and above?
16 and above, yeah.
So if you're 16 and above and you want to come down, get down on the 6th of May and show them what you're all about.
Exactly, yeah. And then equally with the academy side of things, we're growing that, the women's side. So, those young players that are out there who want to maybe kick on from leaving school in terms of their football, we offer that here as well for the ladies. So it'd be great.
That'd be a fun day then. So that's the 6th of May. So we'd be good looking forward to that one. Right, how's the news for the COVID-19 update? How's that going? Because obviously it's all falling down, hopefully, in the rest of the UK. How's it doing at Dorking Wanderers?
Yeah, so we've been testing like any other education establishment twice a week. We get our learners to test on a Sunday and a Wednesday. So after the weekend, whatever they've done, they test on Sunday night. They report their results to the NHS app and the government website, and then to VL UK, our education provider. And then we obviously start Monday, and then they test again on a Wednesday. So that rigorous process allows them to obviously demonstrate a clean bill of health, and which then makes everyone feel more comfortable. And that is the key to getting out of this, in my opinion. Is making sure that we nip any little sort of rise in the bud, and we're able to sort of get a hold of what's been a really difficult time. And we're seeing it now in the news. The numbers are falling drastically, and everything's opening up and more things are happening. Football's gone back at grassroots level, and the numbers are still staying low and still dropping at a steady rate. So I think we're positive in saying that we're looking forward to not having a similar situation to what we've had over the last year, and the academy will really benefit from that. The pandemic has been tough on a lot of learners. We've done exceptionally well with them, and the learners have done, massive sort of kudos to them. They've been brilliant in terms of what they've done during a tough time. So we're hoping that now we can make up for lost time, plenty of football, plenty of contact time in the classroom, making up for lost time. That's our focus.
Light at the end of the tunnel, but you only got to look out the window and look on the 3G pitch. You've got a group of lads playing over there. You've got a group of lads playing in the middle. You've got some guys playing over the far side. You've got some little ones playing in the left-hand corner. So on the 3G, it's just mental, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's been a long time coming, Gal. This has been a sort of a derelict place for 3-4 months. Even I was still coming in here, working from here at times, and it was a sad sight to see. So seeing this back out there tonight is brilliant, and
definitely.
To see all the Dorking Wanderers teams out here tonight, part of the structure and the plans and the future. It's great to see, and long may it continue.
100% there, mate. Definitely. Right, on the education update, the second years are going. So where the second years going?
Yeah, so the second years are coming to the end of their time with us. So it becomes a difficult time every year. We have to say goodbye to a fantastic group that we've you feel like it's been a long time, but it's not. 2 years is not a long time, and you meet them, you build a relationship, and then you're saying goodbye, and they grow so much between 16 and 18 you know, and you build such a rapport with them in this sort of unique way of working. It is tough to say goodbye, but it's what makes it so much easier is the fact that they're going on to do some great things. So we've got learners who are going out to the States to play football and continue their education. We've got people going to university all over the country here, you know, and it's just like those are the things that make everything worthwhile. You know, you look at them like applying for jobs, going to getting employment, and the growth from being a young boy to being now a young man, you know, in that space of time is brilliant to see, and the same with the girls. You know, they're all really going to impact society, and that's our focus here. You know, is to really make these young people better members of society, so that we can impact them further down the line, and they can then come back here in 10 years and be my guest speaker. So my recruitment's easier.
Yeah, definitely. So how many leaving? How many of the second years leaving?
26. 26
wow.
Leaving, yeah. So sad times, but also good times. So, yeah,
and what's this about then? Is it a degree they can take? They can carry on with their education? Is this new, or is this a new thing?
So we've been doing it the last couple of years on like a smaller scale, and it is open, but we've not really sort of marketed it as such. But we've had 5 or 6 learners every year, so we've got 10 on our degree program at the moment that have been with us. Some of these learners have been with us 4 years. They're about to go into their 5th year with us. So, you know, it's been an amazing journey with those learners.
Not many.
So the idea with it is they continue a sports coaching degree here with us for 3 years.
Sports coaching, yeah.
And they're able to continue to train and play full time. So that's the added sort of carrot to why to stay on here, and that works for some learners. But some learners want that university experience of moving away and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just an option that we have here, Gal, and that's how, you know, we want to provide exit routes. You know, it could be into the one that people want to hear about is professional football, but we don't guarantee anything like that. You know, people can make it, but you know what the percentages are.
Cool.
So we have that exit route. We then have semi-pro football with our first team or others, like we've just spoken about. But then we have the real, like, sort of employment ones that we can really impact. You know, give them opportunities to go and get work experience, stuff like that. So they're what we build up to over the 2 years. It's not about, part of my real drive is you're not coming here to end your journey. No. It's the start of a journey, and we're just laying a really small foundation that they can then build on in later life. So we really value that asset and that sort of philosophy of working, and the learners buy into it. So day in, day out, they're always striving for something more, which then will impact them further down the line.
Oh, brilliant. That's great, that is, mate. Superb. Also, I see that you're doing mini kickers and soccer schools. So what's all that about? Give us give us information about those events going on.
So both the mini kickers and soccer school are sort of add-ons to the youth section, and the plan is with those is to impact younger learners, like younger kids 2 to 8, and then at the soccer schools it ranges from 4 up to 16. And the idea is to allow our learners who are on our program to get experience coaching and to apply their trade in maybe an area that they want to explore later down the line, and also for us to widen our community sort of engagement. So, you know, we want to support people from all different backgrounds, and being able to offer football down here at Meadowbank for a very small price, and for them to get good quality coaching through our FA Level 1 coaches that we've created here, and myself and Josh and Kat, who are UEFA licensed coaches. It's just something that we added on to impact people in another way. You know, we just want to impact and help and guide, and you know, and we just think that it's a really good part of the program for us, for the learners to be able to go in and apply their trade in a practical manner. So that's why we do what we do. And yeah, anyone who's interested, the mini kickers is here 5 till 5:45 for the 2 to 4 year olds, 5 till 6 for the 4 to 8 year olds. So come down on a Wednesday and you know, and find out what it's all about. And then the soccer schools, look out on our socials and stuff like that. Our next one's in August. We've got a 2-week one in August. So find out more and come down and spend 2 weeks at Meadowbank.
So 2 to 4, the ball's probably bigger than some of them.
Yeah. We change the size of the ball, so we have a size 1. But it's sometimes it's challenging, but what a great way for the learners to learn. You know, what real life content.
Because they can start at 2 or 4 and go right through and be educated and go to leave when they're 18?
Yeah, or even older. Yeah, if they really wanted to. What a journey that would be. I'd like to, you know, in what would that be? 10, 15, 20 years time, to have had a player start our mini kickers and end at our degree program would be quite an amazing.
That would be achievement, wouldn't it?
Amazing achievement. Yeah. So, yeah, that's you know, that's what we were trying to do, is impact just a wider community and all age ranges, all backgrounds, and that's why we just keep adding things on to what we already do.
I don't know if you can talk about it, but the satellite sites for the football world from Dorking Wanderers. So can you talk about that or not?
Yeah, so it's something we're working on. You know, we've got a blueprint here that is, you know, I get regular meetings and calls from people in the sector, and they want to find out how we do what we do, and what we want to try and do is branch out and again impact more people in different areas. So we're looking to set up satellite or pilots or like little sort of add-ons to what we do here around the country, and trying to sort of impact younger people from different areas, because obviously you can only attract so many people to Dorking, and you know, some people who have to travel 2 hours don't think it's viable, even though they love the opportunity. So we're looking at ways in which we can put a Dorking Wanderers Academy in, you know, what's to say, every county. You know, that's what we're looking at.
Wow, yeah, that's unbelievable.
So obviously a long way off, but we're looking at growth, you know, and that's the key thing here. I think you need to. The club itself is just a product of like people working so hard for growth and to impact people, and then what we're trying to do is just grow that again. So if anyone is looking to achieve and succeed, you ain't going to find a better environment. Like you ain't going to find a better one with the philosophy, the mindset of the people that create this club. You know, you can only succeed. You can only succeed.
How many people would you have like on these courses? The mini kickers, and you've got the middle lads, and the young lads, and then senior lads. It must be.
So our youth team is now 300 kids in size, 29 teams, and then if you add the mini kickers, you know, the soccer school onto that, and then the academy program, and then the elite development squad, you're talking upwards of plus 500, you know, kids that we impact on a weekly basis. You know, so it's
that's a lot.
Yeah, so it's a lot, and that's you know, to think that we were a first team 21 years ago that was playing jumpers for goalposts at Brockham Bigfield, and now we're impacting 500 kids, and we're a National League club in the space of 21 years. You know, some clubs don't have that, and they've been around 150 years. So that's what I'm talking about in terms of a growth mindset, and you know, always looking for something else to become better and do more. So yeah, it's a really unique place.
Oh, well done. Yeah. Well, that's really it, really. Well, one thing I've got to say, congratulations. You've been allowed on the board, on the committee for Dorking Wanderers. So congratulations for that, Jordan.
Yeah. So, Chris and Mark contacted me a couple of weeks ago, and I'm now part of the senior committee and the sort of leadership team of the club, and where we're going from here, and what the journey looks like next, which is a great honour. You know, the club's been a massive part of my life and done so much for me. So I've given what I would say a fair amount back, but the thought now that I can really impact it at that top level is great. So I look forward to the next 10, 15 years.